4 or 5 different stocks that you like, stuff that you probably use every day. If people know they can come to your OnlyFans and learn how to produce a track, they're gonna subscribe. Do this for years. This is long term.
Hey, what's going on? So, I don't know if people been following politics. Some people try to follow it, don't really understand what's going on. But for the people who has been following it, whether you understand it or whether you don't understand it, the House finally has a speaker, Kevin McCarthy. And there was a lot of drama back and forth saying, oh, they don't like him, they don't want him in, he's not going to get in. I'm sure partial of that is the truth, but politics is a little bit more busier than that. Just that plain old thought. And what I mean by that is it was taking so long because they literally was doing what the American people supposed to do when they go vote for something. People usually vote according to if they like somebody or if they can believe the rumors or the lies about the other party. Like, oh, I can't believe they did that. I ain't voting for them. I'm voting over here. And so what they was doing within the Republican Party, behind closed doors, he was have to making all these promises. They like, well, if we vote for you, this is what I want. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. And I don't know if that's part of politics, but I don't know if it's a sign of weakness or what, because every election is like that. Even people that give you money, this is why most corporations kind of run the presidency. They don't run it. They got influence because they said, we'll donate these certain amount of millions if you make this if you try to change this law or make this an issue or don't let nobody vote against this and they give up the money, they lobby, they do all kinds of stuff. And American people be like, like, why we didn't get this? Why you didn't do that? Because when you got big corporations and whatever, supposedly making donations, but they're only making the donations if, like, hey, I'll give you $40 million on your campaign if you push this, if you push that. Okay, so this is what they was doing behind closed doors. He was having meetings with these people like, hey, y'all gonna vote for me. I want to be the Speaker of the House. And they like, hey, if you do this, I'll vote for you. If you do this, I'll vote for you. And then it become more and more they asking for. So it's not that they didn't really like him. It's that they like, well, we're going to get what we want if we're going to vote for you because you want this job real bad. And sometimes a person will be running to be the Speaker and everybody already likes him or they got so much pull so they don't have to negotiate so much. But this person, he had to negotiate with almost everybody. So behind closed doors, they was just like pulling the strings, which is kind of, it's a thin line. Because if everybody have some type of demands, it's almost like there's no way you can please everybody. There's no way, right? So the problem I see with this is, let's say he promised all these people all these demands. What's going to happen is he can only bring it up. They can vote in the House. But then the other part of the government, where the Democrats is running the show, you got to get them to vote on it too. They're going to have some demands. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, okay, this sounds good, but if you take this out, add that in, take this out, whatever, then we'll vote with you too. And there was no guarantee that's going to happen. So now, if you want to make progress, you got to make some of the people upset with you that you made those promises to. So you're going to be breaking a lot of your promises in order to make the government move, because you got to negotiate with. So the hard part is not even, he haven't even got to the hard part yet, bringing stuff into law and all kinds of other stuff. So just imagine if some of these Republicans, which I'm sure some have, it's just been some rumors out there, reports, said, I'll vote for you if we can investigate Hunter Biden about these laptops or these what stuff he had and these deals he had, or whatever. He said, yeah, we can go ahead and investigate Hunter Biden. Then when it comes down to it, it might be a waste of time, or it just might be something that Trump wanted or whatever. So and then what I'm hearing is one of them, it could have been more than one, but someone said we want that rule back in that if one of the people in the House has a problem with the speaker, he can speak up and say, we want to vote to get him up out of there. Now, that doesn't mean they can vote you out, because everybody else got to go around with it. Usually, what I'm thinking, it usually we have to be several people for even it to be a vote. I forgot if it was 5 or whatever. Several people have to agree that, yeah, let's vote on this. Now, all it takes is one person to say, I don't like what he's talking about. Let's take a vote to see if we can get him up out of there. That means your job is on the line like every day. You can make somebody mad, especially when you get into the negotiations with the Democrats, so y'all can try to bring some stuff into law or whatever. And the Democrats is going to have some things, some demands or whatever. And in order to make things, you're going to have to give them what they want too. And then you got somebody over there in the House, a Republican in the House, that don't like it that you making deals with the Democrats. Then they can say, hey, I want to put up a vote so we can get them up out of here. It's going to make things real stressful. Real stressful. So I'm eager to see how this is all going to play out, because it's like you ever heard the saying like, oh, that guy is not the real leader, he's just a puppet and there's people behind him pulling the strings or whatever. It just seems like it's going to be a good case of that. People saying, this is what we want you to do. This is what you want you to do. You don't do it, we're going to vote you up out of here. You do it. It's going to be real stressful for him to go in there and make some good decisions and make some stuff happen when you got people on your own team that's threatening you if you do this and if you do that. And from what everybody was seeing on national TV, he didn't even get he had one person that was standing out getting the votes, and Donald Trump had to make a phone call to convince that person to go ahead and vote for him. So it's too many people in power. What should I say? It's too many people that have say-so. You got Donald Trump, who's not even the president anymore, but he's still calling shots. You got people in your own party that's calling shots over you, and you're going to be the speaker. Then you got the voters. Then they can just vote you out. Then you got the people in your party that can vote you out. This is going to be real interesting, because the guy, it almost feels like, yeah, he's the speaker, but he done made a whole bunch of promises that he's not going to be able to fulfill. And some of the stuff, he can just bring it up for vote. That don't mean people's going to vote for it. Like, this is going to be a mess. So, yeah, it ain't like his party was just that mad at him. It just felt like, I think they felt like he was weak. So they was making all kinds of demands and stuff like, I'll vote for you. Give me this, you give me that, you give me that. Even though that goes on every type of election thing, it's just, it took very long, because it's like, one of the guys even said, when a reporter asked him what made him finally go ahead and, say, okay, he said, because I ran out of things to ask for. What? He just kept asking for stuff, we'll do it. I do it. Yes. Dude so you didn't ask for almost everything you wanted and got a yes for everything you wanted. That's just one person. Do you think he can keep everybody happy? No. This is gonna get real interesting. Yeah, Kevin McCarthy is the Speaker of the House. But man, what he had to go through just to become the Speaker, it's almost like he has no power. It's like your boss at work and they're not calling the shots. They can't write nobody up or nothing because somebody got something on them. So every time the person come to them, they say, hey, this is what I want. And the boss has to do it or get fired. So what would be the point of him being the boss or her being the boss? Yeah, this is going to get interesting, y'all. I'll keep you posted. I eat knowledge for breakfast. I'm out.